Ha ha ha, gotcha little boy.
Stevie, it is time to drop another base build.
Coming, just had to finish wrecking noobs in Fortnite. And no worries Kurd, I have the perfect base to show.
What is up YouTube, it is Stevie and welcome back to another video. Now in this video I have a pretty crazy base design for you guys today. If you've seen my 30 Satchel 2x2, it's pretty similar to that, but it is a little bit more expensive and offers a lot more storage and more protection as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and address this. A lot of you guys are probably wondering, Stevie, why would you call this a 2x2? This is obviously a little bit bigger than a 2x2, and so I'll go ahead and answer that. The reason I call this base a 2x2 is because that's the best way to describe the core of this build to someone who's never seen it before. All the loot, the TC, the research table, the boxes, everything is in that middle 2x2, and obviously it will take some honeycombing to cost 40 satchels to raid, so that's what I did with this base here. The root of the design is still a 2x2, and that's why I called it one. As always, the server I'm playing on right now is a build server called Wankbank. You have unlimited resources, so you can practice building bases before you put them down on your regular vanilla servers, or you can just mess around, shoot any gun you want, meet a bunch of new people. The community is great. I make all my base build videos and cinematics on the server, so I would highly recommend them. Their information is on the screen right now, and there is more in the description below. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and put the resources it takes to build this base on the screen right now. And here are the resources it takes every 24 hours to upkeep this base. I understand that it is kind of expensive in the metal frag department, but it really isn't that extreme for the storage and protection that is being offered. You have to realize to make a base so small and so strong, it will take metal, but even still, it really isn't that bad with an upkeep cost of just over 1,000 per day. Now let's go ahead and hop into the base tour and the base build after that. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoy and subscribe if you're new. Alright guys, getting right into the tour, the first thing we're going to notice is probably the sheet metal that's surrounding the actual 2x2 portion of the base. Obviously it does take a decent amount of metal frags to get it to 40 satchels, but as you guys saw in the intro and you're going to see later in this tour, it's actually not that expensive, only costing a little over 1,000 metal frags per day, which is like 2 metal nodes, so that's not bad at all. When we get into the base, we have a single door, and then we have 2 triangle foundations with a shotgun trap in the corner of the second foundation. I really like this setup. I've been using it a lot on my recent bases in vanilla servers. It makes it so no one on the outside can see the shotgun trap and destroy it. The only way to get by it is to bait it, and even while doing that, they have to get pretty close, which is dangerous. A lot of people put shotgun traps up on the roof, like right there, and if you open the door and the person that's door camping you kills you and they don't die to the shotgun trap, they can just back up and shoot it with a crossbow with a friend until it breaks, and then they're one door deeper. But that can't happen with this nice little setup, so I would recommend it. You can put another one on the roof if you want. We have another door, another airlock, another door, another airlock, and another door, and then we have our little barbecue pit room. We have a barbecue pit, level 2 workbench, and a garage door here. This has to be a garage door. I'll explain why in a minute. This is not main loot. This is like the commons area of the base. It's less protected than 40 satchels. This is only 20 satchels to get through here. They just have to blow through one sheet metal wall. But we have 2 small furnaces, 2 small boxes, 4 large boxes, 4 more large boxes, 4 more large boxes down there, 4 more small boxes, and then 4 more small boxes there. So all of that combined is equivalent to about 15 large boxes worth of space in this area alone, which already is a lot of storage for a base this size. We have a tuna can lantern on the wall and a shotgun trap facing down. So I'll go ahead and explain the purpose of the shotgun trap and the garage door. If you guys have seen my 30 Satchel 2x2, it's very similar. We just place a roof, and that wall that was just there pops out, and we can access it. Now, this has to be a garage door because if it's not, you can't jump on top without, continually breaking and replacing this twig roof. So having a garage door is nice. And if you don't have one, just don't put a door there at all. Make sure you put the frame, but just wait until you get a garage door. And then the purpose of the shotgun trap is if they get on or they're raiding you, you're offline, you forgot to break this, which you you need to remember to break this every time you get off, but you forgot to break it, and they're like, oh, I see loot, I see TC, and they start running towards it. The shotgun trap will shoot through the roof. It'll break this, which will close the door on them, or close the wall on them, I guess, and then they have to use 20 more satchels. Now, I haven't really experimented with that placement in one of my vanilla bases yet, so you can really put that shotgun trap where you want. You can put it in that corner facing this way, you can put it in that corner facing this way, whatever you want, whatever you think would work best. But anyways, going down to the main loot, we have a research table, two sleeping bags, TC. Again, there's the 24-hour upkeep, not expensive at all. 5 large boxes here, 3 small furnaces, 6 small boxes, and then 5 large boxes with 2 more large boxes on top. So just like upstairs, or at the main room, this is equivalent to about 15 large boxes worth of space. So that's a lot. In the base, 15 plus 15 is 30. That's like a ridiculous amount of storage for a base this inexpensive, this secure, and this small. So talking about raidability, when you get off, actually, let's talk about this first. When you get off, make sure you break that. And then, of course, it's a 40 satchel raid to get to any of this loot, TC, anything like that. When you get back on, you're not trapped. You just have to get on the ground, wiggle around a little with the building plan, place a roof. You can actually do it through the floor, which will pop this out. A lot of you guys already know the drill. You've seen it in my 30 satchel 2x2. It is similar to that. But when we come up here, this is all 20 satchels to get through. As you guys can see, they only have to go through 1 wall to get here, and 1 sheet metal wall is 20 satchels. So from any direction, it will take 20. If they come from the doors, actually, it's 4, 8, 12, 16, and then a garage door is 5. So it's actually 21 from the doors. But it's not that difficult to get into this part. And then once you have this broken, as I was explaining earlier, they would have to go through another sheet metal wall, which is another 20 satchels. If you go through the foundations, we have the same thing. We have 20, and then this is actually a wall right there, so 20, and then they're in. And it's the same from every direction. If they break through this wall, they still have to go through the roof. It's not like that roof just disappears. So it is going to be 40 satchels from every direction. So it is really well protected. It is small. It is not that ridiculous to upkeep or build. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the base build. Alright, obviously if you made it this far, you at least like the design a little bit, so definitely go check me out on Twitter. My link is in the description below. You guys will get to vote on upcoming base builds, so you'll definitely have a pretty big say in the content that comes out on my channel. But anyways, getting into the build, it's pretty simple overall, so I'm not going to talk. I'm going to start it off at 100% speed while I get the basic part of the base up, and then when I start placing things on the inside, which is pretty self-explanatory, I'll speed it up to 200%. Just make sure that you follow exactly what I do in the order I do it in. It'll all make sense once you finish it. Of course, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next video. Now in this upcoming part, make sure you put the salvage shelves down before the TC, unlike I did. Push it as far back into the left as you can. Otherwise, if you place the TC first, it might not let you fit the salvage shelves.